Okay guys, I'm back at it working on the E36 again. What I'm going to do is work on changing the diff out for the M3 LSD diff. This is the 338 LSD from M3. I'm going to put that in. That's the open diff that the guy from eBay sent me. That's the diff that he sent me to make it right. Under here is a 293. Yeah, so let me get you set up here. So under here is this is a 290 or yeah 293 open diff, medium case. And what I'm going to do is pull this out and put that M3 diff in its place. So let me get you clipped onto something here so you can see what the hell is going on. Try and give you a moderate view. I hate these bolts that BMW uses. These what are they, T12s? Yeah, E12s. They suck. So I'm swapping them all out for cap head bolts, Allen head. It'd be a lot easier to deal with. I'm gonna go put the e-brake on. Yeah, I think I got enough of the cap head bolts, the ones that take like an Allen key, to swap all these out. And I'm gonna do that on the other side, and I'll just skip past that. All right guys, next step is the drive shaft. So I got both of the axles off both sides. We're good to go in that area. Let me just put this in a spot where it's not going to crush my head. Okay, that's good. I don't remember what size these bolts are. They're 16s. Should be able to get 2 or 3 of them at a time. There's 4 total. On this, there's like a different style flange, but you probably have this 4 bolt flange. I think most people use this one. I could be wrong. Set our bolts to the side, and then we'll take our drive shaft. And now I have a slip joint on mine because I don't have a yoke in my trans, so I gotta kind of push it in. And then drive shaft is just gonna hang out there. I'm gonna actually get a jack stand to hold it up. The next thing is gonna be, there's 1 bolt here. I'm gonna pull that out first. And then there's 2 bolts along the back here. And normally you have to take your sway bar down. My sway bar is already uninstalled because I knew I was gonna be doing a diff swap again, so I just left it out. And I was only really going on a test drive. So I am going to put the I am going to put the sway bar back in this time around, because the diff should stay in there for, you know, until it blows up pretty much. That diff will be staying in there. So let me get the socket for this. I feel like it's maybe a 16 or a 17. Let me see. This is a 16. And it's not quite fitting. So it's probably a 17. And I think this one's even bigger. So let me get some tubes. Yep, so this is an 18. And these big ones on the back are 18s as well. So I'm gonna pull this front one out first. I guess you can upgrade this front bolt. A lot of people talk about drilling the diff and putting a bigger front bolt in. I don't really know anything about that. I just run what you brung, you know what I mean? So the diff is probably going to fall a little bit in the front, but that's okay. It's going to be caught by the cross member there. Okay. Now I'm going to take, you guys aren't attached to my jack if you haven't figured that out. Now I'm going to take the driver's side out on the back, and the diff's going to kind of hang from the passenger bolt. Oh yeah, don't forget your speedo. You're going to want to disconnect that. Yeah, take that and just kind of get it out of the way. Okay, so now my diff is hanging by one bolt. I'm gonna go ahead and clamp you guys somewhere else. Okay, and you're gonna want to support the diff like right here in this area. I'll show you why in a second. Kind of lined up with almost like the axle. All right, so we got the weight. Let's take this remaining bolt out. And then you're gonna lower it down. And then kind of just work it as far back as you can get it. And lower it down. Being careful not to drop it, because you can break the ears off of these diffs pretty easy. Kind of what I wanted to avoid, but it's one thing I hate about the creeper is I slide when I want to stay. but I got it out. Just prepare this diff. Prepare this diff for install, and I upgraded the bushings in this. I don't know how necessary it is. These don't even seem that flexible, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this cover on this diff, and then I believe we'll have to change the these. Yeah, looks like I need to change these as well. These are from the M3. Actually, let me double check that. I have some M3 ones over here. These ones are from an M3, and it looks like these ones are gonna work for me. They're not from the M3. You can tell the difference. See how this is like a smooth machine surface around here, and then this kind of has the reliefs for the axles in there. This would be an M. This is a non-M. So I'm just gonna zap these covers off of here real quick. Nice LSD unit in here. I'll show you the difference. I'll show you the difference in just a minute. One easy way to tell is you can grab your axle stubs, and on the LSD, you won't be able to turn them in the opposite directions. On a non-LSD, an open diff, you can spin these in opposite directions. So let me pull this cover off. So the reason why that was so difficult is because I used some make a gasket for gear oil, because I don't have the right gasket for this. But that's no big deal. Give me 1 sec, I'll pull you in and I'll show you the difference between the LSD and the open diff. Alright, so I mean, most people have probably seen this before, but you can see that there's a bunch of gears in here. There's no clutch packs that kind of like make this all connect the left and the right. There's usually a clutch pack in here for an LSD. So this is an open diff. If you can see teeth like this, and there's nothing in here but a straight shaft, that's open. Now the LSD units look something like this. You can see in there's like a clutch pack down in here, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little clutch pack in there, and that applies pressure and connects your right axle to your left axle with a clutch in the middle, so it can slip, but it has resistance. Alright guys, here's a good chance to look. This is a small case. This is the small case out of the 318. This is a medium case. What is this, a 393 I think, from an automatic open diff. This is the 293, so that's a 373 or something like that. This is a 293. This is the one that was in the car for the test drives. This is the one that's going in it. This is a 338 LSD. So this is a good diff. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in now. Alright, and I'm going to forego using the creeper. want to slide around. I want to be able to hold things firm. Let's see. I'll show you how I did this last time. Basically slide this pretty much as far forward as you can get it and kind of hold the front. Pump the jack with your leg. And then you're going to want to, I hold the jack with my leg, scoot this guy, hook this up there, and hook this part here. And you just kind of heave-ho it in there. Hold it here for a sec and jack this up so I can rest. If you don't know how to do the leg jack technique, I don't know where you've been or what you've been doing with your life. So I'm just going to try and get one of these bolts over here in, because that'll make life a lot easier. Don't forget to find your speed sensor. I think I lost mine. Here it is. I'll plug it in now so I don't forget. Once you get these rear bolts in, you can get your jack out of here. I like to try and get my axles up in here just to get everything kind of situated. So I'm going to throw one bolt in just so it doesn't smack me on the face. This forward bolt, this guy, and I take a big screwdriver and just lift it up until the bolt falls in, and then you're good to go. You can see the bolt coming through on the back side here. And we'll get back to tightening these back ones. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to skip that. Sorry for the weird angle, guys. I'm going to put the drive shaft in now. And I'm just got to just have to connect it to the diff here. we're all good here. So that is a differential change on an E36. So now I have an LSD. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels on it, put it back on the ground, and I'll probably call it a night. Never done a burnout. Always had all-wheel drive shit. Let's see how this goes.